Okay, here we go. 12.3, we're going to be talking about power rules. What do you do when you're asked to add, subtract, multiply, or divide things with exponents? There's 4 main rules to talk about. We're going to jump right into it and talk about rule number 1. Rule number 1 is when you are asked to add or subtract monomials with the same base, this is key, and the same power. The only way to add or subtract things with exponents is if they have the same base. So here's our base, x and x, to the same power. I can add those. It's good. I could subtract them even if they have the same base to same power. They do not need the same outside number. That's okay. Same base. The thing that's holding up the exponent must be exactly the same. Okay? So the exponent stays the same. Oops. And then we're going to add or subtract those outside numbers. So here, pretend it's a 1x plus a 1x. We're going to keep x squared exactly the same, and we're going to add those coefficients, the number on the outside. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2x squared would be my answer. Here they're asking me to subtract. Same base, same power. So I'm going to have x to the 5th. And then I'm going to subtract the coefficients. 10 minus 6 is 4. I'm going to ask you to try example 3 on your own using that rule. Good luck. All right, rule number 2. What do I do if I'm asked to multiply monomials with the same base? So that's key. They have to have the same base. But notice that the power can be different, okay? When you're multiplying monomials with the same base, you're going to add, I know it's a little weird, add the exponents and multiply the coefficients. So totally different rule than when you're adding or subtracting. Add the exponents, multiply the coefficients. They have to have the same base though, so x and x. So coefficients are 1 and 1. I'm going to multiply those. Is 1. X to the 3rd times x to the 2nd. My rule says I'm going to add those, so I would get x to the 5th. Okay? Okay, I'm going to multiply my outside numbers. 10 times 3 is 30. X to the 5th times x to the, is that a 6? I think it's an 8. Let's zoom in with our powers. Ah, it's an 8. All right, so x to the 5th times x to the 8th would give us x to the 13th. I'm going to add those up. And then I have this last one that you're going to try. Good luck. Remember to follow your rule. Rule number 3, power to a power. Power to a power looks like this. You have an expression in parentheses, and then the entire thing is raised to an outside power. We've got powers on top of powers, okay? So when you have a power to a power, you're going to multiply the outer exponent, and you're going to raise the coefficients. What I mean by that is if you have a coefficient on the outside, for example this one, this is going to be multiplied, multiply those outer exponents, and you're going to raise the 3 to the 2nd power. Okay, raise the coefficients to the power that it's asking you to do. So let's do some examples. So we have a power to a power, no coefficient, so I'm going to ignore that rule. And then I have x squared to the 3rd power. I'm going to multiply those, so I'd be left with x to the 6th power. 2 times 3 is 6. All right, this one's a little bit more complex. Let's deal with the x. X to the 4 times 2 is 8. Now this 2 is going to go to the 3, but I'm not going to multiply. It's not going to be 3 times 2. It's 3 to the 2nd power, which is 9. Okay? You try example 3. Good luck. Last rule. Hallelujah. We're going to be dividing monomials with the same base. Okay? What I do is I'm going to then subtract, when it's division, subtract those exponents and divide the coefficients. D-I-V-I-D. All right, now I have x to the 10th over x to the 4th, no coefficient, so I'm just going to subtract those powers and I would get x to the 6th. Easy as that. Let's deal with the x's. Ooh, there's a hidden exponent down there. It should be x to the 1st. So I have x to the 6th over x to the 1st. Subtract those exponents and you get x to the 5th. And then I have my coefficients. 18 divided by 2 would give you 9. Easy as that. All right. Try example 3 and you are done. Remember those power rules. Stay powerful, y'all.